Unfortunately, we've only got a set time period for hosting this webinar. If you've got any questions during the session, please feel free to make use of the Q&A section that's part of your platform. Alternatively, reach out to us after the session with any of your questions and we will gladly assist with feedback and some details. It's quite an exciting topic that we'll be covering today. Won't take up too much of your time. It's something that's definitely trending and going around. The question we want to answer today is, okay, well, what is the difference between wireless casting and wireless collaboration, or even in layman's terms, casting versus collaboration? What's the differences? How do they work together? And how do we understand these topics better? Hopefully during this 30-minute session with us today, we can give you some clarity and hopefully make it a little bit exciting and allow you some opportunities to pursue some endeavors with these methodologies or products. The easiest place to start off really with this is to understand each one of these concepts in its own right. The first one would be wireless casting, which is the one that we'll be looking at first. Some of you might already be aware of this and how it operates. In case you're not, I'm just going over some of the basics. And the definition about wireless casting is essentially the ability to share multimedia content over wireless methodology from one device to another. Traditionally, it would be the likes of a personal device like a mobile phone, a tablet, or even your laptop to a larger screen, whether it be a projector or TV screen in your lounge or TV room. The key concept to highlight here, or the key point to highlight here, is that it is the sharing of this multimedia content in a wireless format. So when we delve a little bit deeper into this, we realize that, okay, it's technology that's required here. And there's a variety of different platforms. There's a variety of different hardware and personal devices. And we all know it doesn't always play well together. And that's is still true for wireless casting. And one of the primary areas to look into it, if you want to go and pursue this, is to understand, okay, what to look out for and where to possibly start your journey. So if you're working with Android devices, whether you're using an Android device as a personal device and connecting to Android, the primary media or technology used to facilitate this wireless multimedia casting is mirror casting. And that's normally typically associated with the Android platforms. When we jump over to your Apple ecosystem, so that's your iPads, your iPhones, and your MacBooks, their technology that they'll be leveraging is predominantly called AirPlay or AirView. So if you are using or intending to use any of those platforms, that is what you are going to want to look out for, is the AirPlay or AirView technology. And then, of course, if you are facilitating or leveraging the Microsoft ecosystem, then they've got a nice little built-in feature called Connect, which you can go and review to allow for wireless casting or mirroring across their platforms. So regardless of the device you might be using, regardless of the ecosystem you're in, this casting capability is applicable to any ecosystem, so you can really look at it whether you're at home, whether you're at an office, whether you're in a conference venue or training venue or any sort of teaching facility. So there's your classrooms, auditoriums, universities, anything like that. Any place where you've got the required or compatible hardware with the compatible software will allow you to facilitate this wireless communication of your content to another device. And that's the key components here to look out for. Not only do you have to watch out for what sort of ecosystem you're running, Android, Apple, Windows. You need to actually make sure that you've got the compatible hardware with the specific software that is required for these ecosystems. Unfortunately, they don't all just always play well together. And unfortunately, not all hardware has got these built-in features. So these are the things you can look out for when you are pursuing hardware, is to query if it's an Android device, does it allow for mirrorcasting? If it's an Apple device, does it allow for AirView, AirPlay? Is it a Windows device, and does it allow for wireless connection or mirroring? These are the terminologies you can then start looking out for if you want to pursue the ability to move content or show content from a personal device into a larger screen. So now that you've got this idea that, okay, casting, wireless casting allows me to take content, multimedia normally from my own personal device, and allows me to put it on a bigger screen somewhere. This does seem like something that will really help me with communicating to others. And that does take us to the second point, really, the next idea of wireless collaboration or collaboration on its own. Because your casting could become a fundamental component to allow for that. But before we get into any of these nitty-gritties, let's understand what collaboration and wireless collaboration is essentially. So as mighty Google would give it to us, collaboration is the process of two or more people, entities, or organizations working together to complete a task or achieve a goal. It's quite a mouthful, I must say, so I tried to slim it down for us all. And I said, collaboration or wireless collaboration is essentially turning a monologue to a dialogue. And the primary thing here would be that a monologue is just one-way communication, similar to what you're experiencing right now. However, we've got a Q&A section that's to your disposal, and you can leverage that, and I can obviously use that to collaborate with you. So as to turn that monologue into a dialogue. The other aspect of collaboration is that I'm constantly encouraging participation from our audience or other members or colleagues. I'm constantly facilitating sharing of ideas and content between all the participants and all the components in the specific environment. And then, of course, a fundamental truth here is that you want to embrace those contributions. You don't want to shy away from it. You don't want to fear it. And that is the core concept around collaboration. Wireless collaboration on top of that is us facilitating that sharing of ideas, thoughts, and content between all of us in a wireless fashion. Now, the key component here is that it is not anymore a thing like casting where it was just my personal device to a larger screen. You can see it's quite personal. It's just me that's involved there. When it comes to collaboration, there's more parties, more devices that's applicable here. And that's the core thing to remember here, is that when I want to facilitate wireless collaboration, I have to factor in that there's multiple devices, multiple people that would be forming part of the specific session or collaboration that I am trying to facilitate. So again, similar to the casting, because it is a core component sometimes of collaboration, is that this is you've got two concepts essentially of collaboration and wireless collaboration. You've got that which can essentially happen with the immediate facility. So we are sitting around a boardroom table in a classroom, and we are contributing and sharing ideas and content between ourselves and our devices, and the devices or hardware that we'll be utilizing could be presentation solutions like projectors on projector screens, interactive whiteboards, visualizers, graphics slates, web cameras to facilitate the web component just in that facility. Your standard whiteboards, glass boards, can even be pin boards, anything within an immediate facility that would allow you to encourage participation and encourage people to lend their ideas and obviously brainstorm through it. The other one that most of us are experiencing as we speak right now is more of a remote or remotely collaborating and facilitating content sharing. And a lot of this happens through software and video conferencing solutions similar to Teams, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, your Google Hangouts or Meet, GoToMeeting, your WebEx. There's a multitude of options that's available. And that would normally be where we're not all sitting in immediate facility, but we are looking at a way of sharing our multimedia content and collaborating around that. So that is a little bit more that goes into collaboration, is that we've got those core concepts hanging around there. So now that we've got an idea of what casting is, it is essentially taking multimedia content from our personal device, putting it on a large screen, and then evolving that into wireless collaboration, which is the ability to invite my participants, whether it's in an immediate facility or remotely, to contribute and share across these ideas. Because it's only through collaboration that we truly get information retention, and that drives us to obviously fulfilling the need or coming up with a solution or resolution. So it's paramount that we try and utilize these technologies to really hit the nail on the head. So now, as Parrot products, what do we have to offer from a hardware perspective to facilitate these two concepts? When we look at our range of products, we will just isolate some of the core ones. The first one is what we'll call our entry-level projector, long throw projector, or OPO475 projector. It's got a built-in Android system that's got the mirror casting functionality. So with specific software, you'll be able to connect wirelessly to the projector because it's got a Wi-Fi capability built into it, and you can then mimic or show your mobile phone content or your laptop content onto a projector and projector screen. Fantastic little product, especially if you're in your own lounge and you wanting to stream a quick video, YouTube video, or showcase a quick web article to your family and friends that's in your facility. Of course, if you're in a boardroom with a nice projector screen, this is another add-on that will allow people to wirelessly connect to it and show their own content within that facility. When we jump essentially to our more premium range, that is a combination of a product that allows obviously for the casting, but also a very big component of collaboration is our multi-touch interactive LED panels. A range of 3 different models, the 65, 75, and 86 inch, which has a built-in custom Android system. I say custom because you do not have access to your Google Play Store. This is for security measures to obviously keep the product robust and reliable. It's a premium product and you don't want too much to go around there. It does have a built-in casting feature. Again, you make use of specific software here. It is compatible with your Android devices through utilizing mirror casting. Your Mac devices can download a software driver, and of course your Windows devices can also download software that is compatible with it and will allow you to share your content onto the screen. It is an entry-level casting device, so we would definitely recommend that you stick to one participant streaming wirelessly to the interactive touch screen. As I mentioned, it's an interactive touch screen, and you want to really leverage the touch. So you do not lose that touch functionality when you're using a Mac or a Windows device. Unfortunately, it's not there with an Android device at this stage. The beauty behind these devices is that you've got an optional extra there, the OPS component that you can slot in. So that's almost a dedicated small little Windows PC that slots into the LED. And now you are running a Windows ecosystem, so you've got the connect feature to your disposal as well. Fantastic little product range this that really allows for the ability to share content across all your personal devices within the environment to a larger screen. And of course, if you've got people around you, facilitate that immediate collaboration, which you saw on the first slide here, the immediate capabilities in the immediate facility to allow people to share. And of course, if we are running a Windows ecosystem, leveraging Teams, leveraging some sort of video conferencing software to include participants that's not in the immediate facility. So a fantastic little product to showcase here. Now, one of the products that I would like to end the session with that is at the core of wireless casting and wireless collaboration is the MTC wireless product. MTC 4500 BH, or just 4500, the device on its own. A fantastic add-on device. You mentioned, or if you recall, I mentioned earlier that you always have to look out for, okay, do I have compatible hardware? What software do I need? What sort of ecosystem do I run? And this is the device that really bridges that. When I require a definite casting capability, definite collaboration component that will allow for a multitude of people to connect in the immediate facility. So that's the one thing we want to isolate here, is that this product is for the immediate facility. It is not for remote collaboration. This is when I'm in a boardroom, classroom, or conference venue or auditorium, and I want to allow the immediate participants to wirelessly share their content and contribute. This is the perfect device for it. This device connects onto any display, or display sort of product. So that includes your projectors, your TVs, your monitors, your touch screens, anything that's got an HDMI or VGA input. You can connect this device to. It's almost a little decoder box, and it will be facilitating that wireless streaming from your personal devices. As we go through some of the primary features that it's got, it allows up to 4 sources simultaneously. So here you have to obviously take cognizance of the size of your display. If we're running off a small little monitor, 24-inch monitor, it won't really mean much to have 4 people simultaneously share their content. It will just be too small. But if we're leveraging Parrot's 86-inch or a projector screen that's 2 meter, or a modular LED video wall that's got enough real estate, then it would really be of benefit to leverage this, where we can see 4 simultaneous streams or content shares of people. The beauty behind this device is that, yes, it allows for personal devices across Apple, Windows, and Android to connect to it. It is facilitated through software. It is, in case where software is not available, it's facilitated through a little dongle. So it's a plug and play little display dongle. So as long as your device got that display input, you don't even have to install software to facilitate this. This is a lot more robust than the entry-level devices we saw earlier on. This allows for a multitude of people to connect, and then I think it's 64 people simultaneously can connect, with 4 that is showing their content at any given time, and it allows you to toggle between of this. Now, the core around this is that casting is wireless. So you're not sitting with a constraint of wires. You're not sitting with the headache of understanding, okay, what sort of display input am I required to use, or what sort of display input do I need to use? The other component that this device has is the additional collaboration elements that it brings to the part. So if I'm bundling this with a touchscreen LED that facilitates touch, this allows for integrated whiteboard functionality as well. So not only can I jump between the various participants in the session and show their various contents, we can at any given time jump over to a whiteboarding session as well, for either a lesson or for a brainstorming session, really facilitating collaboration and allowing participation and sharing of ideas. So with that, I'm going to bring this to an end. It is a very nice, quick, brief session to bring you up to speed and show clarity and insight into what casting really is and how that evolves to wireless collaboration, of course. And then from a Parrot perspective, what sort of products we've got part of our range that immediately drives that wireless casting and sharing functionality. We really hope you enjoyed the session with us today, and we look forward to many, many more of these. If you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to our dedicated channels there, either our website, our call center email address, and of course our call center contact number. It was a pleasure to present this to you today, and we look forward to many more. Take care and have a wonderful day. Stay safe.